Jesus, it says what he did became, because of that. But Jesus, being aware of that, of their reasoning, said to them, "O you of little faith, why do you reason among yourselves because you have brought no bread?" Such lack of faith that would distort their reasoning like this brings a strong rebuke to them from the Lord. And there's no greater evidence, it's been said, for the genuineness of these gospel accounts than the author's unsparing record of their stupidity. As you read this, it's like Matthew's writing, how foolish we were. Here the Lord is seeking to impart deep eternal truth to us. All we can think about was our food. We don't have enough food, how blind we were. This is what he's writing. But even so, in this rebuke comes the greater spiritual lesson that it's not proper reasoning on my part that leads to great faith. Great faith is what is going to lead to proper reasoning being given to me by God himself. It's a very important distinction. And that is the greater lesson that is taught in this passage here. In their misguided concern for the forgetting to bring bread, they were already showing the influence of both the Pharisees. They're already showing that they were influenced by Pharisaical theology. The Pharisees thought that only they had to, provide external works as being what is most important to God, their works. And this is what the disciples are thinking. They're showing that was their thinking already, as well as influence of the Sadducees, who thought only of the flesh, nothing of supernatural. Here they're in a boat with a miracle-working Lord, and all they could think of is, oh no, we got to bring bread. So it's amazing how quickly false teaching already has infected the truth, and how important it is that it be dealt with before it spreads. Spiritual principle that the Lord is impressing upon his disciples. In being aware of their reasoning, verse 8 says, he addresses them as, "O you of little faith." These were men who had been following him for about 2 years by that time. And they could not bring themselves to trust him even for their food. And I guess in some ways it's kind of a great encouragement to me because, after years of failing so many times to trust him. But this is a contrast Matthew draws between them and the Canaanite woman in the previous chapter, someone who just came on the scene one day and was commended for her great faith, for having no doubt, I have no doubt, this man's ability to meet my desperate need. Why do you reason among yourselves because you brought no bread, he asks.